Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. It's me, Jessie, your favorite creator. So right now we better do get ready with me to hanging out with my friends. Well, I'm telling you the story. How can I get my hand look like this? Okay, so we got the mirror over there and the pouch over here. So let's just get started. Okay, so flashback then when I was like 7 or 8 years old, which I just got into elementary school, right? And at the moment, right before the day this happened, it was my older sister birthday, and my family, threw a huge party surprise for her when she got home. So can you guys imagine like a full party house's birthday looks like? There's a lot of balloons, decoration, candles, cake everywhere. So the next day, there's this one balloon that was driving me insane just to looking at it. So it's like the helium was deflating, so it wasn't floating all over the ceiling. I would give you a picture like this. So, uh, so I just staring at it and thought like, oh, obviously the balloon is not is too heavy to fly because the string is too long. The weight of the string is dragging it down like the balloon. So can you guys picture this? And I know a normal human being will grab a pair of scissors, right? But for whatever reason, the absolute brilliant solution that popped up into my little Jessie's head at the moment was like a candle. So I swear to God, guys, don't get me wrong. I don't even know like why my brain just went straight to the candles, but I think it's just because the vibe that I got from the yesterday, like the party. So my brain just associated the balloons with the candles and the fire. So no, but here was the issue. How am I supposed to get a lighter? Cause FYI, my entire family was in a living room watching a massive football together. Cause my dad sides from the family was just visiting us. So they're just like screaming at the TV, very invested. So yeah, I was completely ignored, and there's no way I could just walk up straight to them and ask, "Can I ask for the letter?" Big no. They would have been just lectured me until the next century, I guess. So so little Jessie decided to take her own matters into her own hands. And I was like, okay, fine. Doesn't matter, I would just buy the new one. And luckily, the closest kiosk, like warung, next to my house belonged to my friend's family. Her name is Zafira. She's just about 1 year older than me. And so I thought like, okay, perfect. I just hope she was there and I can just invite her to come to my house and we can just play around. And guess what? She was actually hanging out at the shop. I was just happy and I just straight to her dad and like, can I get a lighter please? And yeah, he just gave me the lighter and I turned to her and I just like, hey, do you want to come over to my house and play together? And she just like, oh my God, let's go. Okay, so we got to my house and we sat in front of my yard, and I ran inside and I grabbed that annoying half floating balloon and brought it outside and handed it to my friends like this, and I just stared I'd be like, look her dead in the eye, and I said, here, hold this balloon really tight. I'm gonna burn the string because the string is too heavy for the balloon to fly high. So, and of course, our combined accurate childhood IQ at that age, we literally just like had a zero clue what we're actually better doing. So she just nodded and just like, okay, yeah, cool, Jessie. Okay, so picture this, okay? She's fully locked in, like staring at the bone with both of her hands, and I'm hyper focused on the string, and I flick the lighter like this. And I swear to you guys, it didn't even take a 5 seconds right before the balloon exploded, and my friend panicked. He just like let go the balloon and threw it to me. And you know who's in front of me? Who's in front of her? There was me, right? Literally like in front of my face. It almost touched my face. I swear to guys, I was about to freak out about it. But the balloon, before they explode, touched my head to my face. The balloon just like straight, zzz, flying erratically and like in the air, spinning like crazy. And do you guys know where's the melting plastic landed? Right, exactly into my right hand. And oh my god, the explosion was super loud, and like it was like loud enough to make my entire family went to the house, and even my neighbor across the street, they was just standing there with their jaw open like on the floor like this guy. Oh my god. Because I was in absolute shock and had no idea what's going to happen. Because my idiot reflex at the moment was just to crouch down and shove my hand between my legs like this, like this to my hands. And I was just frozen. And surprisingly, the only reason I started crying hysterically, it wasn't because of the pain yet. It because I'm just so terrified because all of the adults were screaming at me. They were just panicking and rushing towards me. So the chaotic energy what broke me. So my dad ran after me and pulled up my hands, just like pull up my hand like this. And I just stared at him like this. I almost cried. So and he just looked at me and went like, Astaghfirullahaladzim, my child, what happened to you? What are you doing? I was just sobbing so bad. Like, and the things that I knew, I just like was rushed to the hospital. And long story short, I ended up being hospitalized like for about more 2 weeks. So, and you want to know what the scariest part is? It's because of the how, like this stuff, like the stuff, the burnt plastic, like made my skin. I couldn't even open my palm like this normally, no. At that time, I could open my palm about, like this much. Man, I swear. And my dad looking at me and she just like, sweetie, if you can't open stretch your hand palm wide like this, you're gonna get a surgery. And in my mind was like, oh no, please, 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 no. Because I was not about to lose my hand because you know, stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. It was like, ugh. Okay. So every single day in the hospital bed, I forced myself to do to do the therapy, like stretching my muscle like this so they wouldn't stay stuff like this. So, because trust me guys, my hand was covered in massive blister. You know what blister is? Like filled with blood and fluid. Like like this, plus actual remains of the balance plastic still like embedded deep down, really deep down inside my skin. So it was brutal. But luckily, after a few days, it started getting better. So it was just left this dark brown and the texture. So the day before I got discharged, the doctor told me like, when you go home, make sure to sunbathe like my hand every morning, even on your walk to school to speed up the recovery. So literally every morning walking to school, I just be like this, holding my hand like this. Okay, I look so ridiculous. But the day that I finally got home from the hospital, I saw a bunch of my friends' neighborhood like gathered at my house. And oh my god, I'm so sorry, Miss Tia and friends. My phone just went to overheat, so it's just immediately stopped. So sorry for that. So okay, let's continue. So when I go back to my house, they look just so excited to welcome me back because like maybe they were celebrating my survival or something. But remember the friend that I told you guys that name with Zafira? Yeah, she was the only friend that who wasn't there that day, but instead she left a note for me. When I opened the letter, you guys didn't expect this. He said, she said, okay, I'm sorry, this and that, blah blah blah. And when I see the tape inside, there was a note was a 50 100 rupiah coins, and I know. I swear, I don't know what her logic was, but if she thought like that 50 rupiah coins, which is like, you know, which is like about a few of cents, and was going to cover my hospital bills. Oh my god, babe. It wasn't even few dozen, like oh my god, there's like a multiples money from it. So yeah, trust me, I went through so many painful treatments and like all these producers in the hospital that I've actually blocked them out of my memory because it was so terrified for me. And she was just, but oh my god, okay, I get it, maybe she was just innocent kid. That's okay, I forgave her. So anyway, when I finally went back to school, I was just being the center of the attention because everyone just crowding at me, like they were just crowding around me and like just to stare at my hand. Like, what happened to you, Jesse? What happened? Oh my god, how can you get your hand like this? Kayak gitu. And does it hurt? Does it hurt? Uh, of course. And then, yeah, imagine having to tell this the exact story like this million times to every single person that I met from childhood until now. Even right now, I'm telling you guys this from for a storytelling media. So yeah, I guess the moral of the story, guys, if your balloon is losing the air, just use a pair of scissors or just let it go. Do not get too creative like a JC child with a candles or letters unless you want to end it up with a permanent souvenir on your hand and a 50 uh 50 wait 50,000 rupiah coins from your best friends. Yeah. So my makeup is done and this is my crazy childhood story. So thank you so much guys for hanging out with me and watching me get ready. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.